24th Annual Youth Recognition Award sponsored by Farmington Youth Assistance. And today we're celebrating service by all these youth volunteers in the room who make a difference in our community and our world as they serve as role models to others. I'm Lynn Halton, the chair of the committee. It's my thrill to be here and welcome you this wonderful day. I see people waving to each other, it's so wonderful. Such a wonderful community event. At your program, in the back of the program at your table, lists our sponsors, our partners, and you can see all the connections that we have across our community. We have such great collaborations and so many wonderful things happening to help youth and families in our community. So please take a chance to look at that, and you'll hear from some of them later. I'd like to say welcome to the nominators that took the time to fill out the nomination forms here today, the school staff and administrators that are here, community leaders, their family and friends, and all the supporters of the recipients. And of course, we want to congratulate our award recipients. Your volunteer work has improved the lives of others, and you've learned compassion and developed vital skills that will help you down the road. So let's all congratulate our youth volunteers. We're going to start the program today by a welcome from one of our wonderful partners. We wouldn't exist without them. The Oakland County Circuit Court, Mary Schusterbauer. Welcome, Mary.
So timing is everything, right? I was in a terrible traffic jam this morning. I was sitting still on 696, which surprised me so early in the morning. And then, of course, I had to park a little further away and get through the mud. So I got in and took a breath, and Lynn said my name. So I'm glad to be here. As Lynn said, my name is Mary Schusterbauer, and I'm the chief of Oakland County Youth Assistance, which means I get to stand here before you this morning representing all of the judges and the administration of the Oakland County Circuit Court Family Division. Excuse me. This time of year, all of our youth assistance offices, and we have 26 of them throughout the county, do these kinds of events. Some are evenings, some are mornings, some are meals, some are coffee, punch, and cookie sorts of things. So it means I get to walk around this time of year and eat a lot of food. But also, I'm just delighted to be here and to be part of this event because, you know, a lot of times my job just is behind a desk, and I'm sort of the paper pusher for our Department of Youth Assistance. So to be out and be with the volunteers, both adult volunteers and young volunteers who are here today is thrilling for me. So I'm going to pretend that I'm doing something. I don't really have 3x5 cards in my purse, but pretend I did. Pretend I ran around and I passed out 3x5 cards to all of you. And I'm going to ask a question, and then I'm going to have all these wonderful helpers that are going to run around and pick up these cards. So I've given you a card, and I'm going to ask you, whose responsibility is it to make our communities vibrant, wonderful places to work, live, play, and raise our families? Whose responsibility is that? Okay, so pretend you're writing your answer down on the card. Okay, helpers, run around, pick up all the cards. Okay, I have them now. Were you pretending to pick up the cards?
Yeah.
Thank you. I thought I saw that. Thank you very much for doing that. Now, as I sort through the cards, I see that some of you have written the school district, some of you have written our government, some of you have written families, but I also see that most of you have written on your cards, it's everyone's responsibility. And that's the one that I would agree with. It is everyone's responsibility to make sure that we have safe and vibrant communities. And the reason I bring that up today is because youth assistance throughout Oakland County is the ultimate model of that kind of collaboration, that we're all in this together. Farmington Youth Assistance would not exist without what we call tri-sponsorship. So I come, as I said, from the Oakland County Circuit Court Family Division. But Farmington Youth Assistance wouldn't exist without the collaboration of the Farmington schools, the city of Farmington, and the city of Farmington Hills. together we put resources to make sure that we can have a caseworker here that comes from the county. So Jessie Wallace is our caseworker here from Oakland County Circuit Court. So we placed her here in the community. But when youth assistance started back in 1953, the way it went was, okay, we'll put a caseworker in the community, but cities and school districts, you have to be our partners and come up with phones, papers, pencils, secretary, office space, all of that, so the program can exist. So I want to thank our partners here for making the program exist here in Farmington. But then beyond that, that's just kind of the structure. So Jessie does casework, but then here in Farmington we have a board of directors of volunteers. Lynn was representing that board as she was here at the podium. Without that board of directors of volunteers and all their subcommittees, all the wonderful programming of Farmington Youth Assistance would not go on. So these volunteers here are part of our crew of about 900 volunteers that we have across the county. So I want to congratulate them for all that they do. And then most importantly, of course, we're all in this together, but it's all about the young people in the community, and it's all about our combined futures. I want to end with a quote from James Agee, Pulitzer Prize winning author. And I think he says it very succinctly and well, that why we come together and why we focus this morning on our youth. He says, in every child who is born, no matter what the circumstances, and of no matter what parents, the potential of the human race is born again. So thank you all, from top to bottom, sideways, young, old. Thank you all for all that you do.
Thank you, Mary. I'm glad you made it here safely, just in time. I put her right to work. I want to do a few more thank yous before we start. As Mary mentioned, all the Farmington Youth Assistance members, besides our two staff, are all volunteers. So we have all these volunteers that are here today. And I would like the board and the volunteers from Farmington Youth Assistance to please stand up. Thank you very much. Thank you for your wonderful service to our community. Emma? No, I don't need that one, the red ones. Thank you. Sorry, I have to direct my volunteers. Those are two other volunteers, too, that are helping. And then we have a lot of volunteers who planned and hosted this breakfast. I'm going to come back to them because they're busy right now. We had 4 musicians from North Farmington High School. We have Annika Porter, Maya Rai, Anjali Shiravuri. Is that right? Okay, close. I'm sorry. And Nicholas Kalka, please stand up. Thank you for your beautiful music today. It was wonderful. What a great way to greet people as they come in on this beautiful morning. So we really appreciate it. And then the students that are walking up now, I need both of those girls. Emma Inch and Emily Peterson have helped for, I don't even know, 2 or 3 years with this event. They're both Farmington High School seniors, and I'm really appreciative of them, and they're coming to bring this up. I want to thank you guys, and they're both former award recipients, but I also want to invite up our staff at this time, Jessica Wallace and Vina Hebgar. Please come on up, and we want to thank you for your wonderful service and give you some flowers and thank you for all your hard work. Those are for you guys. So thank you. Vina and Jessica worked so hard, and they've reinvigorated Farmington Youth Assistance, and they're doing such amazing work, and the volunteers are just thrilled to be working with you. So thank you so much. And thank you, Emma and Emily, for all your hard work, and I'll keep putting you to work here. You guys are wonderful. We're going to miss you next year, and glad you're going on to college. We're so proud of you. And then Karen Lipowitz, who our photographer, is here. Karen, I actually met her through Farmington Youth Assistance. She was a volunteer. She came in took photography, took the group photos of the students. And then she was a speaker one year, one of my favorites ever. And then I asked her to do one of my kids' senior pictures, and then I ended up hiring her for all three because she was so good. And one of the students that she met at one of these events, she's now going to be photographing her wedding coming up. So it's really cool. So we're really thankful to Karen because she'll take a group shot at the end of this event for the students, and we'll get that out to you. And then also she's doing a raffle today, so you can get a free sitting, which maybe you want to use for senior pictures, and it's at that table over there. So thank you, Karen. We really appreciate you too. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here. She's a volunteer too. Thank you, Karen. And TV10, thank you for being here. We have two wonderful students filming today, and we'll let you know about where you can see it later, so you can share that with grandparents and friends. So thank you, TV10. Okay, we'd now like to have the blessing, and then we'll have our breakfast. Let us give thanks to those youth here today who have heeded the call to help others. Strengthen and sustain all those who volunteer, especially the youth here today who have heard the call to help at a young age. Thank you for their compassion and hard work to make a difference in our world. Let us all appreciate their patience and understanding to care for all people. They are shining examples as they offer their gifts and talents to improve the lives of others on our planet, plus serve as role models to other people. May your spirit make us wise. May your spirit guide and renew us. May your spirit strengthen us and help us to be persistent in good deeds. Amen. So our speaker today is another youth. It's a wonderful thing about this committee that we used to just have all the adult volunteers help, and now we have a lot of youth that help with it. So it's kind of neat because it's Farmington Youth Assistants, and we're here to celebrate youth. So we have Rosie Burns-Pavlik here with us today. She's a senior in the IB program at Harrison High School. When she's not studying, there's a good chance you'll find her backstage at one local theater production or another. She's been involved with school and community theater since she was 7 years old, so many of you have probably seen her. TV10, are we good? Okay, just want to make sure. Rosie's also a cellist with the Detroit Metropolitan Youth Symphony, a member of the Students Advocating Gender Awareness at Harrison, and she's been involved with Farmington Public Schools Diversity Committee. For the past 5 years, Rosie has volunteered in various capacities, including raising several $1,000s for Freedom House Detroit, a shelter that takes in and houses people who are seeking asylum in the U.S. and Canada. Next year, she will go on to study theater stage management at the University of Cincinnati. Please welcome Rosie Burns-Pavlik.
My name is Rosie. I've been involved in community service for as long as I can remember. At my church, in my schools, at the library, and around downtown Farmington. I learned the importance of service from my family from a young age, and I hope that in sharing my story about one organization that has made a great impact on my life, I can inspire you that not only can the actions you do make an impact, but they can also create a ripple effect that can create even more good in the world. Asylum. Noun. 1. The protection granted by a nation to a person who has left his or her country as a political refugee. 2. A process I was unfamiliar with until the summer before I started high school. This was when one of my friends from Girl Scouts asked me to babysit 1-year-old twins with her, and that is how Freedom House came into my life. Freedom House is a shelter in Detroit dedicated to housing and protecting refugees fleeing from persecution in their home countries and seeking legal asylum in the United States. Every other Monday night for a year, we would go to Freedom House to watch Kenza and Diaz while their mom Nadia, who came to Freedom House from the East African country of Burundi, took classes about assimilating into Western culture. When we arrived, the residents were elated to see us, and when we left, we always exited in a shower of hugs. That's when it first became clear to me. No matter where you come from, how your past has been, or what your current situation is, you can still find happiness. This inspired me to continue my work with Freedom House. I enjoy looking back and picking out specific moments that provoke change in my life and the way I think. My work with Freedom House did not change me all at once. Instead, it occurred gradually. At first, I was inspired by the bravery exhibited by the people I encountered there. Then I was outraged by the impending administration whose policies could fail them. With this, I reached the realization that I wanted to make a difference in their lives like they did in mine. In 10th grade, I took an IB Essentials class before starting the International Baccalaureate program, and we were required to organize a community impacting event. I decided to pair my love of playing cello with my dedication to helping Freedom House. I put on a benefit concert called Orchestrating for Freedom in my high school auditorium with 8 other student musicians from Harrison who agreed to join me in playing solo pieces. I talked to kids at school, wrote press releases, and had posters printed. I asked businesses to hang flyers in their windows, and I wrote blurbs for the school email list in the morning announcements. As a stage manager in previous productions, and having been involved in theater for 7 years already, I understood what it took to put on a show. I not only produced Orchestrating for Freedom, but also emceed and performed. I hoped to make a couple $100, and I hoped that more than just my family would come, but I really wasn't sure. In the end, it went above and beyond my expectations. At that first concert, we had just over 100 people in attendance, and to my surprise, we ended up raising over $3,000. It also ended up becoming another moment in my life that I can pinpoint. The moment I discovered I could make a career out of theater, something I had not thought possible. In addition to the things I accomplished personally with this project, another extremely rewarding part was the impact my concert made outside of the actual event. By putting on Orchestrating for Freedom, I was able to bring awareness of Freedom House to different people in my community who then also started to help. To start, I asked my parents if I could put a collection can and informational material on the counter at Sunflower Bakehouse, my family's bakery. Since the first concert 2.5 years ago, the change that people have generously thrown in the can have added up to another several $1,000s more for Freedom House and for former residents who need help bringing their families to the U.S. or furnishing new homes after they leave Freedom House. In 2016, Freedom House lost its federal funding. To help them replace these funds in order to stay open, many people around Detroit jumped in to help out, including my mom and her friends, who after seeing how successful my concert was, organized their own fundraiser for Freedom House. They hosted a community gathering at a local park with live music, at which I also volunteered, and raised another $6,000. In support of that event, Chive Kitchen in downtown Farmington held a drive to collect feminine products for women at Freedom House, and donated several garbage bags full of products, something that Freedom House's operating budget doesn't cover. Also inspired by my efforts, a few of my parents' friends have held birthday fundraisers on Facebook, raising several $100s for Freedom House, and my aunt in North Carolina held a hat and glove drive at her annual Christmas party and shipped us a large box to donate to Freedom House to give residents new winter gear. Since my concert, though not as a result of it, our local Unitarian Universalist Church has begun collecting furniture and household goods to help furnish apartments for residents when they move out of Freedom House. But as a result of my work, customers at my family's bakery know about Freedom House and continue to donate items from clothing to dishes to linens to furniture. They bring these things to the bakery, and then my mom and I get them to Freedom House. My church, St. Gerald Catholic Church, does an annual giving tree, where parishioners buy presents for families who cannot afford to buy their own things at Christmas. This year, our church adopted 7 families from Freedom House and provided everyone in each family with new pajamas, slippers, and a special gift. I'm pleased that my bringing awareness about Freedom House to our church's religious ed director ended up with Freedom House as a recipient of this gift drive. While I cannot take sole credit for all of these actions, I do know that through my volunteer work, I have provided awareness of this amazing organization in my own community and have inspired others to help this cause. A year ago, I put on the second Orchestrating for Freedom, enlisting performers throughout Metro Detroit and featuring several speakers from Freedom House, including Nadia and her husband Mamba. They're working to open their own East African restaurant in Detroit, and as they spoke, their now 5-year-old twins stood on the stage with them. That night, we raised another $2,000. Originally, this concert was snowed out, and I ended up having to reschedule for a later date. Due to this, I ended up losing a few performers because they had prior commitments on the new date, but it meant that Nadia and Mamba were available to speak at this concert about their successes in the U.S. and about their new restaurant, Baobab Fair. My family and I are excited for this to come to fruition. We have been to their pop-ups and tastings, and we plan to have them cater my grad party. I also ended up partnering with the Detroit Metropolitan Youth Symphony, which I have played with for the last 7 years. With this partnership, not only did I get musicians from the Youth Symphony to join me in orchestrating for Freedom, but the president of the organization spoke about me and Freedom House during our spring DMYS concert and allowed student musicians to play in the lobby and raise money afterwards. We collected another $200. Another great outcome of my work with Freedom House was that as a result, I was awarded the Farmington Hills Optimist Club Award for Outstanding Juniors. I was given $200 to do with whatever I chose. 2 weeks ago, I reported to the group that I used half the money to pay for reprinting flyers and to promote the new date of my concert, and I gave the other half to a Freedom House resident who is working to bring his family to the United States from Uganda right now. In the end, Nadia's family and Freedom House have taught me to think not only of myself, but others, and to pay more attention to what is going on around the world and here at home. They have shown me that some of the happiest looking people may have the darkest pasts, and that moving on is possible. They have helped me learn to trust in my own abilities, and that even young people can make a great difference. And most importantly, they've shown me that a seemingly insignificant event, like babysitting twins for an evening, can lead to one of the largest changes in a young person's life. Thank you, and congratulations to all of this year's winners.
Thank you, Rosie. It shows so much because she's such a caring person. She's taken action on her caring demeanor, and just like many of you have, and we're so proud of you. So we wanted to present these flowers to you. Thank you, Rosie. So we'll be presenting the awards in a second here, so we'll come on up and get ready. Okay, so Emma and Emily and I will be presenting the awards. We have lots of helpers today. We have a lot of people here to congratulate our students. We have a lot of community leaders. We can't have them all come up. We just chose one per partner organization. So I would like all the community leaders to stand this time so we can thank you for being here to represent your organizations. So all community leaders are here to congratulate. Stand up so we can clap for you. There's more. I see, come on. The firefighters, the police officers, city manager, we have so many people here. So the ones that we're going to ask to come up here, because we only have limited space, and I want to let you know we have cords here, so please be careful. We're going to have the people that will be shaking their hands over here. So if we could have, the first person that we're going to have congratulate you is from Governor Whitmer's office. She works in the Southeast Michigan Liaison in Detroit, Nicole Simmons. Thank you for being here, Nicole. We're really happy. It's the first time we've had anybody from the governor's office, so we're really pleased that she's represented. We really appreciate you being here. From the Oakland County Circuit Court that you heard from earlier, Mary Schusterbauer. Thank you for being here and helping. And representing Farmington Public Schools, George Heitch, our superintendent. The City of Farmington Mayor, Steve Schneeman. And the City of Farmington Hills Mayor, Ken Massey. And then Jessica Wallace, the social worker from Farmington Youth Assistance. screen this year. We moved our screen this year so we could, so everybody could see the screen. Is that going to fit? Okay. So I'm going to give you instructions, students, so they'll make it easier for everybody. Okay. So I'm going to have you walk up right here. So Teresa, we might have you move over just a tiny. Oh, okay. You're saying okay. Okay. Good. So there's a little pathway here. So we'll have you walk through this pathway, shake hands with all of our wonderful leaders, and then Emily will hand you your certificate, and then she's going to stand, have you stand next to the sign, and Teresa will take your picture, and your family can take your picture too. Because a lot of times people zip through, so we thought it'd be nice if you could take a photo. You're going to get the window, that's going to cause problems with lighting. So that's why I had it where it was, yeah. Because the window lighting throws things off, so. Okay, so you guys got it? And then we'll give you instructions later for the group photo. Okay, we'll start with our award recipients.
Hello, we're going to start with Shreya Dupathy. Shreya attends North Farmington High School. She also won this award in 2018. She has done researching and fundraising to cure pancreatic cancer, so congratulations, Shreya.
Oh, yeah, that helps. Sun's trying to come out here. What an amazing thing. Okay, Quincy Bowens is a Harrison High School student. Quincy does a lot of volunteer work. We'll just clap at the end if you guys don't mind because I'm going to talk while he's walking up. We'll clap at the end, okay? Sound good? Oh, Marty, students are walking through there, so maybe you can move over a seat. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Quincy Bowens is a Harrison High School student. He does a lot of work at Kensington Church. He volunteers with their K-5 tech team. He helped with Sunday school and the big technology team at church. Congratulations, Quincy. Oh, no, well, that's okay. I guess he wants to. He wants you to. See? We have such caring, wonderful students, so that's nice. And also, Quincy is also requested to be a buddy in the special education room, as his nominator said, so that says a lot that the kids want to be with him, too. So thank you, Quincy.
Next up, we have Justin Boujee. Justin attends Harrison High School. He's in Harrison Film Crew. He also is in NHS, and he's a part of the Legacy Committee. And he is an extremely vital member of his Harrison community and the outside community. So congratulations, Justin.
Megan Cromwell attends Farmington High School, and she's the reigning Miss Farmington. She's a community ambassador, goes all over the town doing all kinds of things, and she's a great role model to her peers. At church, she's a pianist and a frequent vocalist. She's helped with their kids' camp. And in their school and community, she's helped with freshman orientation. She's very involved with the vocal music department, and like Rosie, found a need and has raised money for the vocal music department. And she's helped with Lost Voices, which is a week-long musical therapy event. to with their musicians to help the residents. It's with Mr. Maria for at-risk girls. So she does a lot of things. Those are just the highlights. Like so many of you do so many things. We're just picking out some of the highlights. Congratulations, Megan.
Next up, we have Bryson Cummings. He attends Farmington STEAM Academy, and he is in grade 9. He is an extremely vital... Oh, 7th. Sorry. It looks like a 9. He is an extremely vital member of the Farmington Hills Church of God, and he is a part of the Brotherhood Oath, and he also is an extremely vital member of his Farmington Hills community. So congratulations to Bryson.
Troy Dawson. Troy attends Harrison High School, and it's kind of neat. A lot of these kids go back to their previous schools. So he goes back and helps with the band and orchestra at Warner Middle School. He also helps with choir at Novi Middle School. He plays piano at a senior rest home and at church youth concerts. And at Harrison's, he also helps students with orchestra and helps them with their instruments. Congratulations, Troy.
Okay, next up we have Sonia Desai. She attends North Farmington High School. She is also a very vital member of the Farmington STEAM Academy. She's also a part of the FPS Culture Club, and she helps out with Aksara School of Dance. So congratulations to all of your accomplishments, Sonia.
Elena Gryoka. Elena attends Farmington STEAM Academy. She has performed volunteer work at a lot of places, including Friendship Circle, where she helps with the special needs children at the center. And then at Mother of God Chaldean Church, she helps with their breakfasts on Sundays and helps feed families at their church. Congratulations.
Okay, next up we have Madison Hales. She attends Farmington High School. She is a very key part of helping out others in the Farmington community. She attended Summer Youth Dialogues in Ann Arbor, and she also was essential in planning the first mental health day at Farmington. And she is also a part of helping Girls Got Girls. It's a woman's drive that helps provide clothes and other products. And she is also very helpful at Gleaners and Farmington Cares. So congratulations to Madison.
Logan House. Oh, I didn't say it right. Hawes. Logan Hawes. I didn't get it right. Logan attends Harrison High School, and his nominator says he's a wonderful young man. He has over 300 hours of volunteer service. Yeah, and he works at a really cool place. He's done a lot of volunteer work at Michigan State University's Tollgate Farm over in Novi. You guys seen that? And that has a neat connection with Farmington Youth Assistance because we've actually sent kids to summer camps there. He's been a student leader. He helps with the campers there, led activities with the campers, so he's helped a lot with the kids there that attend different events. So congratulations. We're very proud of you, Logan.
Next up, we have Zion Helms. She attends Harrison High School, and she is very outgoing and a key part of the One Nation, One Day missionary work, which was in California. And she is a junior at Harrison, and she has much over 100 hours. So congratulations to Zion.
Atishay Kumar. Atishay is a Harrison High School student.
He couldn't make it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. But I'll still read it because in case they want to watch TV 10. Atishay has attended summer youth dialogues at University of Michigan and helped plan the first mental health day. So we're really happy to congratulate Atishay.
Next up, we have Anaya Lewis. She is from Farmington High School, and she also has well over 100 hours and puts a lot of work into her Farmington community. She was essential in helping the Minority Student Achievement Network, not only in 2018, but also this year in 2019. So congratulations on all your hard work, Anaya.
Neeley Mystery is a North Farmington High School student. Neeley has attended the Summer Youth Dialogues at the University of Michigan, and it helps with facilitator training and justice education. My office used to be next door to them. They do amazing work with helping people to work with people of all different cultures and backgrounds. And then also at Farmington Public Schools, he helped plan the Mental Health Conference, which is this is the first year of that this year, right? Correct. Yeah, it's a new initiative, and we're so proud of that. Congratulations.
Next up, we have Elena Nichols. She attends Harrison High School, and she is a sophomore at Harrison. She's very helpful at the Bergen Performing Arts Center, and she also helps her Greater Bergen Community Action. And she was also a camp associate, and she's very helpful in her Farmington and outside community. So congratulations to Elena on all of your hard work and achievements.
Vijay Pinlock. Vijay attends Harrison High School, and is he coming? Oh, yeah, there he is. He's helped a lot at St. Colette Parish with the youth group. He's went to a mission trip for 5 years, I believe, 5 mission trips in the Appalachian Mountains to help with home repairs, cleaning homes, gardening, construction, all kinds of projects. Amazing. And then he also helps with the Soup Kitchen Outreach Support in Detroit. In addition to all his volunteer work, he's also a very active athlete. All the sports that he did was very impressive. So congratulations.
Next up, we have Benjamin Ricolta. He attends North Farmington, and he is a sophomore. And he is very essential in helping others. It is said that he goes over and above expectations all the time. And he also helps with Earth Angels and the Warner Middle School robotic team. So congratulations on all of your achievements, Benjamin.
Proud of all of you. So we have 2 last things. Karen, you want to get the bowl with the tickets? We're going to draw the winner for the raffle prize for the free photo session with Karen. So again, thank you to Karen Lipowitz for her help. And let me give you the directions. So I'm going to draw the prize. That's the second to last thing. The very last thing we're going to do is in 1 minute, where you want all the students to come out here on this level, and Karen's going to take a picture of you from above. And the parents can do that too, but Karen has to go first because she has great cameras and she needs good lighting. So we're going to go outside and do that very quickly. Parents can snap pictures also. We'll have a group photo. Feel free to get any more coffee or anything on the way out. Stop by Karen's table, stop by the Farmington Youth Assistance table. And so let me draw the prize winner. Right, here we go. Latrice Evans. Where's Latrice? Over there. Okay, I know. I know you.
People mix us up all the time, though.
Yeah, you guys can connect about that, so yeah. So we'll work on that. So thank you, Karen, we really appreciate you.
And then we'll be doing the group photo to see the group photo. I have your emails here. I will email you with the link to find the photos that you're able to download from my website, okay? And I just respectfully ask that when we go out with all the recipients, that you kind of just give me a minute, if you wouldn't mind just standing back for a moment while I take the portrait. I'll set it up beautifully so that everybody will get a chance. But I'll just need a little space to do that, and then I'll step out of the way, and then everybody else can come in and do their own. Does that sound good? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Okay, so recipients, be out there in 1 minute, we'll get pictures, and then everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for all your volunteer work.